Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the to talk about some NBA news. I just uploaded, I believe, the MLB news a few minutes ago. It's like 4 or 5 minutes, just a little bit of news today. I want to talk about 4 things I want to talk about. But for the NBA news here, there's a lot of stuff I want to talk about. I said if you ever go watch all my NFL recaps today, I recap all the big NFL games. I'll recap Cowboys tonight, most likely as well. Let's get to the NBA stuff. So first thing I want to talk about is Juan Toscano Anderson. He put Kobe Bryant ahead of LeBron James in his top 5. So he basically put him in his top 5 NBA players ever. He put Kobe Bryant ahead of LeBron James, his current Lakers teammate. And he gave an interesting take. I don't know. You're weird to think if you think LeBron's ahead of Kobe Bryant. Saying Kobe over Bron is, like, accurate. If you think Bron's better, I mean, that's fine, too. If you think he's better, it's fine. I mean, you have an argument, but I don't know. I just feel like I'd take Kobe Bryant. I feel like he's more clutch. I found lead GM mode about to activate. He's about to get rid of Juan Toscano Anderson. I feel like he should be traded regardless. He ain't really that good on the Lakers. But he's going to enjoy the bench as we speak. LeBron James probably going to play him now. The Brooklyn Nets made a tribute video for Blake Griffin. So yeah, they made a tribute video for Blake Griffin, which was funny. I don't know why they made a tribute video for Blake Griffin. They put it on their Twitter. He did nothing for the Nets. Like, even he doesn't know why he got a tribute video. You know, I mean, it's wholesome, like, but I mean, what is this, man? Crazy how every single bucket he scored for them on this video, like, damn. But Jaylen Brown, over his last 10 games, he's got 34 points, 10 rebounds, shooting 50%, 37 points, 14 rebounds, 26 points, 7 rebounds, 36 points, 5 rebounds, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 31 points, 4 rebounds, 25 points, 7 rebounds, 27 points, 10 rebounds, 22 points, 5 rebounds, 26 points, 6 rebounds. So he's been amazing this year. People say, oh, he's better than Tatum, Jason Tatum's better than him, yada yada yada. Good thing you have both of them then. On the best team in basketball, they have 2 of the best players in the league. Probably the best duo in the league on the best team in basketball. This is nothing new. He's an all-star starter in my opinion so far this year. His efficiency, Mr. Efficiency this year, All-NBA. If you ask me, should be on an All-NBA team. It should be an MVP candidate. He went from, like, good to really good to now officially flat-out star this season. They have such a good duo there in Boston with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Anthony Davis, though, has been just a flat-out monster these last 10 games. Tonight, he had 55 points and 17 rebounds and 3 blocks. Over his last 10, he's had 55 points, 17 rebounds, 3 blocks, 44 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, 27 points, 12 rebounds, 3 blocks, 25 points, 13 rebounds, 4 blocks, 25 points, 15 rebounds, 3 blocks, 37 points, 21 rebounds, 5 blocks, 30 points, 18 rebounds, 3 steals, 38 points, 16 rebounds, 4 blocks, 37 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, and 24 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks. So he's basically putting up like 20-something plus a night, and he's put up like monster numbers. AD, after hearing the finished allegations, he heard all those, oh, he's finished, he ain't that good anymore, he's washed. I think it's time for apologies for Anthony Davis. Prime AD is back. He worked hard this offseason, it's paying off for him. I think it's time people start apologizing to Anthony Davis. Jose Alvarado today had 38 points, 12 and 19 shooting, 8 of 11 from the 3-point line, 6 of 7 free throws. What a game from Jose Alvarado today. A big game, though. He showed up, the 2-seeded, believe, Nuggets against the Pelicans. Big matchup early in the Western Conference, and the Pelicans won that game behind this great performance from Jose Alvarado with 38 points. And Grand Theft Alvarado, man. Yes, he can shoot. Reminder, this man went undrafted. I don't know how this man went undrafted. I watched him at Georgia Tech, watched some games, and I saw in the NBA, and during the NBA draft, I'm like, how's guy go undrafted? Pelicans got a steal, man. Key personnel around the Atlanta Hawks believe that Trae Young must find a way to become a more productive and positive face of the franchise, per at Shams Charania. But I don't know. I just don't know what it means by he must find a way to become a more productive and positive face of the franchise. I just don't know what it means. Like, he's been pretty good this year, I think. In my opinion, he's been pretty good this year. But the biggest issue that is because he's one of the worst defenders like ever. He has to be nearly perfect on offense, and if he's less than that, it's hard to win with him. And I think maybe that's what it's talking about. Like, he needs to get better defensively. Maybe. But he led the league in points and assists last season, man. Like, I think he's great offensively, but defensively he's just not there, and he has a poor attitude. It might be rubbing teammates wrong, might be rubbing the franchise wrong. But you just want him to shoot better than 41% from the field and 30% from 3. And to be fair with DeJounte acting like a child ever since he got there, they really do need Trae to step up and be the leader for that team, because DeJounte's been acting like a child, and it sounds like he maybe has character issues, but he needs to step up and be the leader. I think it's a fancy way of saying he needs to mature more. And it can benefit from some veteran players, possibly, if they can get a trade. Alright, so report, the Lakers including future first-round pick in a trade ain't happening. So report here, the Lakers possibly including a future first-round pick in a trade ain't happening. The Lakers only have a few assets they can work with should they decide to bolster the roster. And the most enticing price they can offer is like a future first-round pick. If they ain't gonna include a future first-round pick, then any trade ain't happening. But take this with a grain of salt. This was from Rick Bucher, however you say his name. I thought he was legit at ESPN back in the day, but now he's just a train wreck. You just can't believe anything he says, so take this with a grain of salt. Just take this with a grain of salt. So the Lakers would have to include a first-round pick, a future first, to get it in a trade to get it done. There was a Tim Duncan sighting at the Spurs game today. I believe at the Spurs game there was a Tim Duncan sighting. Report, Chicago Bulls have deemed DeMar DeRozan and Zach LaVine untouchable. This doesn't mean anything, though, in my opinion. They're not actually looking to move them, but if there's a good deal, they will take it. No doubt. Plus, this increases maybe the potential return they could get. Unless the other team's sending a star and return, it's probably not going to happen. And untouchable in December doesn't necessarily mean untouchable in February, like near when teams are going to want to make some moves. But I just feel like the Bulls aren't winning with those two together, in my opinion. And I feel like they might move Alex Caruso as well. In my opinion. Because who doesn't enjoy finishing 6th and 10th every year and at best losing in the first round? But I feel like the Lakers fans don't want that package either, so I feel it's a lose-lose. And the translation is we won't trade them until we find a good trade package that we like. That's basically translation. The report the Dallas Mavericks are interested in New York Knicks point guard Derrick Rose, so they could be in the market for another veteran point guards. They are reportedly interested in acquiring Derrick Rose. And I'm surprised they still want to do business with him. They should be interested in Rose and, like, JU. If we're being honest, they need a second guy for Luka. And I think JU fills that mold perfectly. But I just don't know if the Dallas GM has he just has absolutely no clue how to be able to team around Luka. Like, I'm just not sure Derrick Rose is going to be, like, going to take him to, like, up in the standings. Like, you lost Brunson. They're willing to move Kyle Lowry per at Rick Butcher. Take this with a grain of salt. This is from him. I just don't know. I just don't think they're going to trade Kyle Lowry at this point. In my opinion. So the thing with Trae Young actually was with a exchange with the head coach during shoot-around. He reportedly disagreed with Young's shoulder rehab approach and gave him the option to play off the bench or don't show up at all. So he chose not to play in Friday's game. I think benching Trae Young should get you fired ASAP. But yeah, that was the thing that happened with Trae Young, by the way. But back to Kyle Lowry, I don't think the Heat are going to move him unless they get a good deal that they like and would want to move him. Draymond Green declares LeBron James was already best player in the NBA at age 20 while in the Cavs. And he wasn't he wasn't better than any of these dudes at 20, like Kobe, Steve Nash. Well, maybe debatable with Steve Nash, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Shaquille O'Neal, Allen Iverson. There was no way Bron was better than Kobe from like 05 to 2011. Draymond Green was literally the biggest dick rider for LeBron James. Can we really trust his opinion? Shaq calls out Rudy Gobert, get 25 rebounds, get 9 blocks, stop letting people dunk on you. Put somebody on your ass about that instead of crying to the fans. And Shaq's not just hating. Like, Rudy just a fraud, man. Like, he ain't that good. Like, I don't know why Timberwolves still made that move. And it's not just hating, like, it's just the truth. Draymond and Hale, LeBron's 2016 title helps his GOAT status. MJ didn't beat the greatest team ever assembled. Here we go, Draymond Green with another quote, deriding LeBron James. This doesn't help improve his, GOAT status. That team really, in my opinion, wasn't the greatest team ever assembled, and he's just not speaking facts. Like, I mean, yeah, they went 73-9. It's just a good roster. Bradley Beal explains why he re-signed with the Wizards. He basically said he wanted to. There's no else for him to go where I can go win, shit like that. Former Lakers forward says Anthony Davis would be the best player ever if he had Giannis Antetokounmpo's mind and motor. He really would, because he'd be unstoppable. And Floyd Mayweather is worth purchasing an NBA team, so we'll see if he will do that soon. But yeah, it's on Sleepers video, so until next time, peace.